In the land of Judea, our people lived with the earth's rhythm, rising with the sun and working the land that had been promised to our fathers. The hills and valleys echoed with the laughter of children and the wisdom of elders, as each day unfolded in harmony with the seasons. Our lives were woven together by tradition, faith, and the hope passed down through generations. The songs of our ancestors filled the air, melodies that told stories of deliverance, faith, and the enduring love of Yah. Around the fires at night we remembered who we were and where we came from, our voices rising in unity beneath the stars. We are the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our skin like rich soil and honey, our garments vibrant with tribal stories. Each thread in our robes carried the memory of our people, and every pattern spoke of our journey and our covenant with Yah. Among us walked Yahushua HaMashiach, our brother, teacher, and king. He was not a distant figure, but one who shared our daily struggles and joys, who listened to our stories and ate at our tables. He looked like us, hair like wool, skin of burnished bronze, eyes reflecting the depth of our history and the promise of our future. His smile was warm as fire, lighting up the faces of children and elders alike, inviting all to draw near and find comfort in his presence. His gentle strength and kind voice brought peace wherever he went. He listened with patience, spoke with wisdom, and offered hope to the weary and the broken-hearted. Yahushua taught us about Yah's kingdom with simple stories, using parables that even the youngest could understand. He healed the sick, comforted the lonely, and loved deeply, showing us the true meaning of compassion and mercy. He was not a distant king, but family, living the word, embodying humility and love. He shared our meals, laughed with us, and worked alongside us, reminding us that greatness is found in service and kindness. He reminded us we were chosen, a royal priesthood, set apart to serve Yah and to shine as examples of faith and righteousness in a world often lost in darkness. He called us to be light in darkness, to carry hope wherever we went, and to let our lives reflect the glory of Yah's love. Our hearts believed, our King had come to set us free, to restore our dignity, and to lead us into a new day filled with promise, unity, and everlasting joy. After Passover, Yahushua led us to Gethsemane, his spirit heavy with sorrow. He prayed alone while we, weary, struggled to stay awake. Meanwhile, Judas, driven by greed, led soldiers to the garden. The peace shattered, torches, swords, and betrayal. Yahushua met them calmly, declaring, "I am he," and the guards fell back. Judas kissed him, a sign of betrayal. Yahushua stopped violence, healed a wounded guard, and surrendered peacefully. He chose mercy, even in betrayal, fulfilling the Father's plan. Yahushua was dragged before priests and Pilate, accused and condemned. The crowd, once adoring, now cried, "Crucify him!" Pilate, washing his hands, handed him over. Yahushua was whipped, mocked, crowned with thorns, and forced to carry his cross to Golgotha. Nailed between heaven and earth, he prayed, "Father, forgive them." Darkness fell, the temple veil tore, and with a final cry, he died. Hope seemed lost, our king was gone. The world mourned as the light faded. After Yahushua's death, the world seemed to stand still. Joseph of Arimathea, a man of quiet courage and deep faith, stepped forward when others shrank back. He, along with Nicodemus, who once came to Yahushua by night, took upon themselves the sacred duty of burial, risking their reputations and safety. Together they gently laid Yahushua's body in a new tomb, one that had never known death. The air was heavy with sorrow and reverence as they performed this final act of love and respect. We wrapped his body in pure linen, anointing him with costly spices, following the ancient customs of our people. Each movement was slow, deliberate, and filled with grief, as if we could somehow hold on to him a little longer. When the heavy stone was rolled across the entrance, it echoed like thunder in our hearts. Roman guards took their place, their torches flickering in the night, sealing not just the tomb, but our fragile hope. The Sabbath arrived, but instead of rest, it brought only grief and emptiness. We gathered in secret, afraid and uncertain, clinging to one another in the shadows. Our hearts were heavy with loss and confusion. Tears flowed freely as we tried to comfort each other, but words failed us. The colors of our lives seemed to drain away, leaving only shadows and silence. Every familiar object felt changed, as if the world itself mourned with us. Every song became a lament, every whispered prayer a plea for understanding. We questioned everything we thought we knew, our faith shaken to its core. Was it all a lie? Had we misunderstood the promise? Doubt crept in, cold and relentless. as we searched each other's faces for answers. Darkness and doubt threatened to extinguish our last ember of hope as we waited in the long, silent night, not knowing what the dawn would bring. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, a group of devoted women made their way to the tomb. Their hearts were heavy with grief, and their hands carried precious spices to honor the one they loved. The world felt silent, as if holding its breath, and every step they took was filled with sorrow and uncertainty. They wondered who would roll away the massive stone for them, but their love compelled them forward, even in the face of fear and loss. Suddenly the earth trembled beneath their feet. A powerful earthquake shook the ground, startling everyone nearby. In that moment of awe and fear, an angel, shining brighter than the morning sun, descended from heaven and rolled the heavy stone away from the entrance of the tomb with ease. The sight was both terrifying and wondrous, a sign that something miraculous was happening. The Roman guards, strong and fearless, were so overwhelmed by the angel's presence that they collapsed in fear, unable to move. The women peered inside the tomb and saw that it was empty. The angel, glowing with heavenly light, spoke words that would change history forever. "He is not here. He is risen, just as he said." In an instant the women's sorrow was transformed into hope and amazement. Their tears of grief turned to tears of joy as they realized the impossible had happened. With hearts racing, they ran from the tomb, eager to share the incredible news with everyone they could find. The darkness of despair was replaced by the light of hope. As they hurried along the garden path, Yahusha himself appeared before them, alive, real, and radiant with peace. The women fell to their knees in awe and wonder, hardly able to believe their eyes. He greeted them with kindness and reassurance, his presence filling them with comfort and courage. Yahusha spoke gently, saying, "Do not be afraid, go and tell my brothers to meet me in Galilee." His words were filled with love and purpose, giving the women a mission and a message of hope to carry to the others. Later, Yahusha appeared among his disciples, standing in their midst. He showed them the wounds in his hands and side, proof that he had truly conquered death. The disciples, once filled with doubt and fear, were now filled with awe and belief. All uncertainty vanished, replaced by overwhelming joy. The disciples embraced, laughed, and praised together, celebrating the miracle they had witnessed. Yahusha had triumphed over the grave, and nothing would ever be the same again. The King was alive, and with his rising, a new day had dawned for all humanity. The sun shone brighter, hope was restored, and the promise of new life filled every heart. The world would never be the same, for he had risen indeed.